Come. Shalom. What's the deal? What's the deal? What's the deal? Come. What's the deal? What's the deal? What's the deal? Come. Y'all set apart name is the seal. Come. And that's real, and that's real, and that's real. Yahweh, my power, he provide when I have not. Yeah, I'm for the team, and the Torah is the mascot. Zeal is the heat. It's the fire that's past hot. My past hot came a long way from a stash box. And them guns down, man up. You rather scream man down and pick your man up. We all fall down, you might need a hand up. No wonder they keep us under, cause they overstand us. Search the inner just to understand. Rebuild the temple, wake the inner man. Satan tongue twisted, it's spinning just like a tempest. Jezebel up in my ear, it sound tempting. Follow Yahweh shy sound different. Misunderstand polygamy, they think we pimping. Set apart thought, form a whole quasar. Yeah, I'm going way far, gotta have a day job. Work 6 days, then I take a day off. Meditate day and night, know it's gonna pay off. Quam, 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 come, Quam. What's the deal? 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 Y'all set apart name is the seal. And that's real, and that's real, and that's real. Praise y'all. Hallelujah. It's your boy Yahudah. And I'm back with another episode, Word of Mouth. I'm back with another episode of Word of Mouth. Shalom. Shalom to you all. I appreciate you tuning in. To all the supporters, all the viewers, I appreciate you. Hey, in the midst of your coming and going, I appreciate you. If you're watching it right now, if you're already seen it, or if you're going to watch it in the future, I appreciate you. This is another episode of Word of Mouth. And this is a special presentation. Fruit from the tree. But they say fruit don't fall far from the tree, right? So who you are is who your ancestors are. But moreover, who you are is what you do. Who you are is what you say. What they say, when people say stuff, believe them. When they tell you who they are, believe them. The things that come out your mouth is who you are. The things that you do is who you are. But before I go any further, I want to give a special thanks to all of the viewers, listeners, and supporters. I want to give a shout out to Divine Yahweh out in the Caribbean islands, St. Vincent to be exact. Shout out to all my people out in the islands. Much love and respect. The Sweet 704. Benny Smith Jr., aka DJ Uncle Benny.
Tony Picasso, Hugo, my boy Nolan. Much love and respect to you. Anybody who's listening and watching right now, much love and respect to you. I pray the Most High increase you and your family abundantly. Uh, Shout out to Hollow Herb, way out in Toronto, Canada. All my people scattered across the four corners of the earth. Much love and respect to you all. Shout out to Rafa Allah, Yasha Allah, Rafa Allah A. Author. Check her out at truthovertraditions.com. She has books, she has clothing, she has products for your hair, your skin, toothpaste, anything you can imagine. Head over to www.truthovertradition.com. www.truthovertradition.com. Shout out Dr. Moray Ul with the book The Hebraic Thought of Passover by Dr. Moray Ul. Much love and respect to you, Dr. Moray Ul. Shout out to all of the Torah keepers, all of the keepers of the law, statute, commandments. Much love and respect to all of you. This is another episode of Word of Mouth. I am your host, Yahudah. Praise Yah, hallelujah. And I'm coming to you with a special presentation. Fruit from the tree. Now, one thing about it is the scriptures always talk in entendres. It's always multiple meanings. It's always multiple breakdowns. And I will highly advise you guys to thoroughly go over these scriptures. Not just once, not just twice, continual. I have a couple of receipts for you guys. We're going to bring out a couple of receipts and with the hopes of getting edification, with the hopes of getting understanding in areas that wasn't as clear at first. We want to grow together spiritually in the direction of Yah. So let's go Hosea 9 and 10. Hosea chapter 9, verse 10. We're going to go Hosea chapter 9, verse 10, guys. Don't meet me there, beat me there. Hosea chapter 9, verse 10. Hosea chapter 9, verse 10. Back just a little bit. See if we can work this out. Hosea chapter 9, drop down to 10. I found Israel like grapes in the wilderness, and I saw your fathers as first ripe in the fig tree at its first season. But as soon as they came to Baal Peor, they separated themselves unto the shameful things and became detestable like that which they loved. Huh? Huh. So let me leave this up here. Let me bring that down just a little bit. Huh. So I can. So what are we talking about here? Fruit from a tree. And like I said, these scriptures don't just speak literally. They speak physically, spiritually, and every other way you can imagine. So when you're hearing certain scriptures, don't think of it just literally. Take it literal, take it spiritual, take it hypothetical, take it every way you can imagine. That's exactly what the scriptures is breaking down to you. That's what's being revealed. Um, like grapes in the wilderness, I found Israel like the first fruit of the fig tree. Comparing us to fruit, you know, you can compare us to fruit in ways where we can be ripe, but we can be also rotten. Huh? But ripe can be physically in shape. Rotten can be certain parts of your body ill, but it also can be ripe as in spiritually ripe or rotten as spiritually rotten. It can be rotten as in this person is a bad person, this person is evil, they're rotten. Huh? So it's all of these things. It's not one thing, it's all of them. And that's the best way you can get an understanding from these scriptures. But but as you see, like grapes in the wilderness, I found Israel like the first fruit of the fig tree in first season. I saw your fathers, you know, Khan. But as soon as I came to Pierre, they separated themselves into a shameful thing and became detestable like that which they love. We're detestable like the things that we love. Khan. We're detestable like the idols that we worship. We're detestable like the crime that we commit. And this is the stuff that we love. We love crime. We don't love law. We don't love righteousness. We love wickedness. Excuse me. And the same wicked people, like the wicked slave master, the same wicked slave master that we found wicked at one time, now we're just like them. Just like the scriptures say, we separated ourselves unto the shameful thing. So we went away from the Most High, and we went closer towards wickedness and wicked people. It's just like a lot of the entertainers when they get into the industry, they get away from their childhood friends and they start getting all these Hollywood friends, all these wicked fans. They separate themselves from Yah and all of the righteous type of people, and they get close to all of these people that do shameful things. That all these people that do detestable things, con pedophiles, homosexuality, detestable. We want how many? Let me ask y'all a question. How many homosexuals you think was of our ancestors? You think our ancestors was homosexuals? No, the homosexuals that was in the ancestors, they got Like they got pointed out and chased out the camp. We wasn't dealing with that. That's new stuff. That's new stuff. We don't. That's detestable. And we start to become just like our slave masters. The slave masters beat us. What do? Beat each other now. The slave master cussed us out, called us names. What do? Call each other names now. The slave masters used to cheat us and do bad deals. What do? Cheat each other and do bad deals. We become just like them and do detestable things, and we love it. We actually love these things. That's what the scriptures say. We actually love these things. Okay? So as far as Hosea goes, the Most High is letting us know. He looked at us as prize fruit, the first fruit. Okay? So the Most High is cheering for us. If if I'm making a statement right now and I'm saying fruit from a tree, what do you think the tree is and what do you think the fruit is? And if the fruit don't fall far from the tree, what is that tree? If we're the fruit, the tree is Yah. The tree is the Most High. We are the children. We are the fruit. But what I'm saying is we're supposed to be doing righteousness. The fruit don't fall far from the tree. The fruit is not going to be doing, it's not going to be far away from the tree. What does that mean? That means that you're going to be doing the same thing as your creator. If you're the son, you're going to be doing what your dad was doing. If you're a daughter, you're going to do what your mom was doing. The fruit don't fall far from the tree. But in this case, we're talking about the Father Yah. What do the Father Yah do? Righteousness. We're supposed to do righteousness. But let's continue. Let's continue with the fruit. Let's go Proverbs chapter 1. I go Proverbs chapter 1. Don't mean me there, be there. Proverbs chapter 1, verse 31. Proverbs chapter 1, verse 31. I go Proverbs chapter 1, verse 31. I go Proverbs chapter 1, verse 31. I'll drop down to 31. Therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way and be filled with their own devices. For the waywardness of the thoughts shall slay them, and the confidence of fools shall destroy them. Huh? But whosoever hearken unto me shall dwell securely and shall be quiet without fear of evil. Huh? So let's take a look at that. Let's take a look at that. Let's take a look at that 1 second. Salakia. Much love and respect to everybody tuning in. For everybody who's new around here, this is the Word of Mouth Podcast. I am your host, Yahudah. Praise Yah, hallelujah. And this is a special presentation, fruit from a tree. And what I'm saying is the fruit don't fall far from the tree. Huh? The Father is the tree. We are the fruit. God. Some of us are grapes. We're sweet, but we sour. God. Now, here on Proverbs chapter 1, verse 31, it says, Therefore shall the fruit of the therefore shall thy eat of the fruit of their own way, and be fulfilled with their own devices. So we see that fruit is being used in multiple meanings. It's not just about fruit that you eat. So when they say when I say fruit from the tree, it's not actual fruit only. Okay, it's everything, and just like this. Therefore, therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own ways. You're gonna, what's gonna happen is you're gonna trip up on your own ways. Your own doing is gonna be your destruction. Your own doing is gonna be your destruction. Your own righteousness is gonna be your salvation. So it's like you'll be filled with your own devices. Everything that you do will come back to you. Everything that you do will come back to you. You reap what you sow. For the waywardness of the thoughtless shall slay them, and the confidence of fools shall destroy them. The confidence of fools is false pride. Of fools is false pride. You confidence in something that's not stable, that's not sturdy. And your waywardness of your thoughts shall slay you. Come. But whosoever hearken unto me shall dwell securely, and shall be quiet without fear of evil. We don't have fear of evil because we have confidence in Yah. Come. We don't have fear of evil. We don't deal with fear because it's not in our, we don't deal with fear. Our people don't deal with fear. Yah doesn't deal with fear. Come. Because just like the scripture said here, if you hearken unto me, you should dwell securely. So if you hearken on Yah, you would dwell securely, quiet, without fear of evil. It's a lot of noise going on out here. We're gonna keep it quiet and have fear. We have no fear of evil. Yah Eli, much love and respect to you, Yah Eli, much love and respect to Yah Eli. Everybody who sees this and everybody who hears this, keep me and Yah Eli in your prayers, please. Keep me and Yah Eli in your prayers, please. Much love and respect to you. Right now, we're in the middle of the fruit from a tree. You know what they say, fruit don't fall far from the tree. Huh? What you say is who you are. What you do is who you are. Huh? Let's continue though. Let's stay in Proverbs. Let's go to Proverbs chapter 11, verse 30. Proverbs chapter 11, verse 30. Proverbs chapter 11, verse 30. Don't meet me there, beat me there. Proverbs chapter 11, verse 30. Proverbs chapter 11, drop down to verse 30. The fruit of the righteous is a tree of life, and he that is wise winneth souls. Behold, the righteous shall be were quiet in the earth, how much more the wicked and the sinner? Huh? Uh, let me get right. Let me get right. Let me get right. Let me get right, y'all. Huh? So let's take a look at this, guys. Let's take a look at this. This is an episode of Word of Mouth, and what am I talking about right now? I'm talking about the fruit from a tree. Huh? And what am I continuing? What am I saying, guys? And what is the saying? The fruit don't fall far from the tree. Huh? But the fruit is us and the tree is Yah. Because the scriptures talk in entendres. It doesn't just talk in physical. It doesn't just talk in spiritual. It talking everything, and also it talking ways that we're not even aware of. It's more than meant. It's not just when I say spiritual, physical, when you say mental, and there's others. It's so many more than we're aware of, is what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is speaking in all of those ways, even the ones that I'm not aware of and the ones that we're not aware of. He's speaking in all of those ways. And when like here, as you can see, the fruit of the righteous is a tree of life. Huh? And he that is wise winneth souls. You know, we're doing the work of Yah with the hopes of bringing all people of Yah back to righteousness. What's our purpose? To be a nation of saints and priests, doing the work and doing the righteousness of Yah, being a light to the world, showing everyone righteousness and showing everyone how to live and do these things. Being the keepers of the law, statutes, and commandments, being the guardians of the law, statutes, and commandments. Huh? Behold, the righteous shall be requited in the earth. How much more the wicked and the sinner? Listen, the wicked and the sinner are here and they're outnumbering us. And guess what? They're doing a lot of work. They're doing a lot of wicked work. They're doing a lot of wicked work. Okay? So why everyone think it's a game, everyone plays around, the wicked is doing a very good job of wickedness. They're good at evil. They're very good at being bad. The wicked is very good at being bad. Huh? So we have to be very diligent on the things that we do, guys. Very important. Let's continue. Let's go to let's try Genesis chapter 1, verse 22. Genesis chapter 1, verse 22. Genesis chapter 1, verses 22. Don't meet me there, beat me there. Genesis chapter 1, verses 22. Genesis chapter 1, verses 22. And drop down to verse 22. And Elohim blessed them, saying, be fruitful and multiply, and fill the waters and the seas, and let the fowl multiply in the earth. Huh? Let's take a look at that, guys. So what I'm basically, why am I showing you this? No, I want uh, be fruitful and multiply. So what I'm saying is, why am I showing you this? I'm showing you this because I want you to understand fully that when you read the Torah, when you read the scriptures, it's not just talking about one thing. There are multiple meanings. That all of this stuff is layered. It's layered. It's floodgates. It's all type of doors. Back. It's a door inside of there. It's a back room. But then when you go in the back room, it's three doors. All of these doors have a different way. You're going up pathways. You're going through doors. You're going up and down. All of that is going on with the Torah, with the scriptures. It's a lot of doors. It's a lot of meanings. It's a lot of layers. Okay. Um, I was on TikTok with one sister, and she said the scriptures are multidimensional. I liked it. I liked it when she said that. I don't remember her name. I really want to give her a shout out, but multidimensional. The scriptures are multidimensional. I agree with what she said. So be fruitful and multiply. The fruit don't fall far from the tree. If we're the fruit, who is the tree? But at the same time, be fruitful means multiplying as well. Being fruitful is having something to do with sex, but it also has something to do with your bloodline. Because when they say the fruit don't fall far from the tree, they're talking about the kids and in reference to the parents. But in this case, in the case of Genesis, well, in the case of Proverbs 11:30, the fruit is us and the tree is Yah. Khan. But it also says the fruit of the righteous is the tree of life. Huh? So we see all of these meanings, and it all stems back to the relationship between Yah and us. Yah being the tree, we being the fruit. Why? Because we come from the tree. So it had to be us, the fruit, and Yah, the tree. Huh? What does that mean? That means we're the offspring of Yah. What does that mean? That means we're supposed to be doing what Yah does. Huh? Make sense? We supposed to be doing what Yah does. If we're the fruit and Yah's a tree, the fruit don't fall far from the tree. That means that we supposed to be close to Yah. What is it? So is being close to Yah just mean physically close to Yah? No. It means we supposed to do what he's doing. If your parent was an honorable person, you should be an honorable person. If your person was a pastor, you should be into the scriptures. If your person was an actor, there's a good chance you might get into the acting. If your father was an athlete, you're gonna have good genetics, maybe. The fruit don't fall far from the tree. But what happens when the fruit separates itself from the tree? What happens when the fruit does that? Now you separate yourself from your tree, your source. Uh, let's go Psalms chapter 1. What happens? Let's take a look at the scriptures. Let's see what happens when you separate from Yah. You separate from Yah and you separate from people that's of that tree. You separate from fruits like you. We're gonna go to Psalms chapter 1. Let's take a look at what happens. We're gonna go Psalms chapter 1. We're We're going to go Psalms chapter 1, verse 1. Psalm chapter 1, verse 1. Happy is the man that hath not walked in the counsel of the wicked, nor stood in the way of the sinners, nor sat in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is the law of Yah, and his law does he meditate day and night. And he shall be like a tree planted by the streams of water. There's that tree again, that bringeth forth the fruit in its season, and whose leaf does not wither, and is whatsoever he does, he shall prosper. Let me highlight this 1 second. Come. And whatsoever. Come. Let me speed this out. Let me spread this out just a little bit, guys. Come. And he should be like a tree planted by the streams of water that bring forth its fruits in the season. So we see that there are multiple ways that we are seeing the use of the fruit, but we also see that it's connected as well. You know, the separation happens when we sit around sinners. They say birds of a feather flock together. So when you walk in the counsel of the wicked and you be around sinners, you be around people who are doing bad stuff, bad things happen, and you get wrapped up in it. You know what happens in that situation, guys? You're not around the fruit. You're not around fruit of your tree. You're around all type of strangers. What happens in that case? You start to do what they do, and you get away from doing what Yah does because you're too far away from them. And it's not just physically far away from them, it's spiritually far away from them as well. But you're both of them, all of it. And it shall be like a tree planted by the streams of water. What's the water? The Torah. You're planted by a stream of water. So basically, you're basically rooted into Torah. Root as in tree, Torah as in water. Bring forth the fruits of its season, the harvest. You reap what you sow. If you reap studying, you sow knowledge. And that's the fruit of its season, the harvest of knowledge. So it's very important that you build a council of like-minded people, of people who serve the Most High. You don't want to be around all of these people who lawless. You don't want to be around people who doing criminal stuff and mess around and get yourself wrapped into this stuff. You want to counsel with people that's like-minded, that's keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments, and that's staying close to the tree of Yah. We don't want people that's venturing off. That's not what we want, guys. So basically, what am I saying here? What I'm saying is the fruit of the tree is the followers of Yah, the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob that keep the law, statutes, and commandments. What do I mean when I say the fruit that stay close to the tree. What I'm saying is, these are the ones who do righteousness, who be around people that do righteousness. We're locked in and we're focused on doing righteousness. We stay close to the tree. We stay close to Yah. How do we stay close to Yah? We stay in our scriptures. This is how we stay close to Yah. We stay in our scriptures. We stay locked in. We stay studied up. We stay prayed up. And we keep us tight knit with our brothers and sisters that's keeping law, statutes, and commandments. We fellowship. We study together. We vent to each other. We hang with each other. We love each other. So to do righteousness is to stay close to that tree. The fruit, we are fruit from the tree. The fruit don't fall far from the tree, but at the same time, we stay close to the tree, and we do what the tree does. We do what we say. We are what we say. We are what we do. But what we say and what we do is scriptures, the Torah, law, statutes, commandments. What does that mean? That means we are the children of Yah. And what does Yah want us to be? A nation of saints and priests. So it's all about doing righteousness. Let's get a few on righteousness, guys. Let's get a few on doing righteousness. What is righteousness? We might have a couple of people that's confused on these things. Let's make it crystal clear. One thing that we don't do is we don't say things without receipts and without proof and without making things crystal clear. Let's go Micah chapter 6, verse 8. Micah chapter 6, verse 8. Micah chapter 6, verse 8. Don't meet me there, beat me there. I go Micah chapter 6, verse 8. I go Micah chapter 6, verse 8. I go Micah chapter 6, and we drop down to verse 8. It have been told thee, O man, what is good, and what Yah doeth require of thee, only to do justice, and to love mercy, and to walk humbly with thy Elohim. Let's make that big. Let's make that big. So these are small examples of righteousness, guys. People say righteousness, people say good, people say bad, people say, sin, transgression, but do you know what they mean when they say these things? When I say righteousness, do you know what that means? Some people think that it's as simple as just, the common thinking of it. No, it's a lot deeper than that. It's a lot deeper than that. If I was to say, what's love? If you think it was an emotional thing, no, it's a lot deeper than that. According to Yah. Now, you can have your Webster definition of these things, but that's not according to Yah. Because it was definitions and it was breakdowns on these things before Webster was even thought of. So then you got to ask yourself, who is Webster, and why are we relying on his definitions? And is this the standard? And is this even the standard? Because it was thousands of years before Webster was even thought about. So that means that it was definition and it was breakdowns before Webster. And that's what I'm presenting to you right now. This is ancient information. Okay? So what I'm saying concerning righteousness is deeper than just the common thought of it. It's a lot deeper. And here's one aspect of it here. Micah chapter 6, verse 8. It has been told to me, O man, what is good, and what that Yah require of thee. These are the things that Yah require of us. These are the things that's required of that tree. We are the fruit of the tree. Excuse me. The fruit don't fall far from the tree. What does that mean? We're going to be doing what the tree does. We're going to be doing what Yah does. What does Yah require of us? Well, here are a few things. If you never knew, so for everybody who's new here, hi, I'm Yahudah. Praise Yah, hallelujah. This is word of mouth. In this episode, I'm doing a special presentation, fruit from a tree. The fruit don't fall far from the tree. And if we're the fruit, and that tree is Yah, the creator. So for the new people here, the creator of everything, the one that everyone calls God, this creator, well, it's things that he require of us. You might not have known that. And if you're curious of, at this point you should be like, what do he require of us? Well, here's a few things here. Just to do justice and to love mercy and to walk humbly with the Elohim. So justice, mercy, and be humble are things that the Most High require of us. And you might not have known that, but now you do. Take that information and do with it as you will. Okay? So these are some of the things that the Most High require of us, guys. These are the things of righteousness. These are the ways of the righteous. If you care about the Creator, these are the things that you want to do. Let's go Amos. I got a few more. Let's go Amos 5 and 24. Go Amos chapter 5 verse 24. Don't meet me there, beat me there. Amos chapter 5 verse 24. Amos chapter 5 verse 24. Drop down to verse 24. Amos chapter 5 verse 24. But let justice well up as waters, and righteousness as a mighty stream. Did ye bring up my sacrifices? Let's focus on that one. And we see that stream there. We see that stream. We see the stream, and we know that stream is Torah. That stream is Torah. Amos chapter 5, verse 24. But let justice well up as waters, and righteousness as a mighty stream. Because right now, we're on a live stream, and this live stream is living water. But that living water is Torah. So righteousness is justice and Torah. So righteousness is the Torah. You're not going to be righteous without law, statute, and commandments. It's not one of those things where you can just do it on your own without any type of. It doesn't work that kind of way because you're going to be doing bad things that you're not aware of through ignorance. Okay? So to it's impossible to be righteous without the instructions of the Torah or instructions for the Most High. Because the Most High can give it to you without you having to read it. I'm not saying that at all. There's a lot of people that just get the information, get certain information, but you're still going to want to study. Don't be lazy. Talking about, oh, I don't need a book. I listen. The Most High will give you information without a book, but studying is required. Studying is required. Don't be lazy. But I'm fully aware that the Most High can give you these things. So I agree. I will say that. But righteousness is justice and Torah. Righteousness is justice and Torah, guys. You know, why do I say that? Because if the fruit don't fall far from the tree, and if the tree is Yah and we are the fruit, that means you don't want to go far away from the Most High. You don't want to go far away from Torah. You want to be by that stream and by that tree. That tree is by a stream, and that stream is, so we're on a live stream, but that stream is water, and that water is Torah. So, Yah is close to it. Yah is always going to be close to the Torah. And how do we get close to Yah? The Torah. That's that stream of water that's by the tree. Torah. That's your foundation. Huh? That's the foundation. Huh? We're going to go Isaiah 61 and 10. Let's keep it going. Isaiah chapter. We're going to go Isaiah 61 and 10. I go Isaiah chapter 61 and 10. Don't meet me there. Beat me there. I go Isaiah chapter 60. I go Isaiah 61 and drop down to 10. I go Isaiah 67 and 10. Isaiah 61 and 10. Drop down to 10. Isaiah chapter 61 and 10. I will greatly rejoice in Yah. My soul shall be joyful in Elohim, for he has clothed me with the garment of salvation. He hath covered me with the robe of victory, and a bridegroom putteth on his priestly diadem, and a bride adorneth herself in jewels. And we see, like I said before, the scriptures talk in entendres. Clothe yourself in garments of salvation. Have you ever saw a garment of salvation? So we know that's not just talking physical. It's not just talking physical, guys. It's not just talking physical, guys. We know that. We see that now, guys. It's not just talking physical. So when I say the fruit from the tree, it's the fruit, but it's not just the fruit. The fruit of your body is your child. But we know that that fruit actually grow on the tree as well. But we know that we were fruit on the tree hanging as well. So the scriptures speak in entendres. Remember that the scriptures speak in entendres. I got one or two more. Got one more for y'all. Proverbs. Proverbs chapter 21. Got one more for y'all. Proverbs chapter 21. Proverbs chapter 21. Proverbs chapter 21. We'll go 3. Proverbs chapter 21, verses 3. To do righteousness and justice is more acceptable to Yah than sacrifice. To do righteousness and justice is better than sacrifice. To do righteousness and justice is better than sacrifice. If we did the right thing, we won't have to sacrifice. If he did the right thing, we won't have to sacrifice. It wouldn't be no purpose for sacrifice if we wasn't doing if we did the right thing. So righteousness is better than sacrifice. Okay, I got one more. Stay in Proverbs. We're going to stay in Proverbs. We're going to go chapter 21. We're going to stay in 22, and we're going to go 21. So Proverbs chapter 21, verse 21. Proverbs chapter 21, verse 21. Proverbs chapter 21, verse 21. He that followeth after righteousness and mercy findeth life, prosperity, and honor. He that followeth righteousness and mercy findeth life, prosperity, and honor. The fruit don't fall far from the tree. The fruit is you and me. Yah is a tree. That tree is rooted near a stream. The fruit is rooted by the tree, but the stream is the water. The water is what? The Torah. The stream, we're on a live stream. But that stream is what? Torah. So what does that mean? In order to stay close to the Most High, stay in your scriptures. The fruit don't fall far from the tree. You are what you say. You are what you do. We are the fruit. Yah is the tree. We're on the stream, but it's a stream of water, which is the Torah that's close to the tree. We're the fruit. Yah is the tree. We're on the stream, but it's a stream of water, which is Torah that's close to the tree. How do you stay close to Yah? Law, statutes, and commandments. Why do I say that? Because the fruit don't go far from the tree. Fruit from the tree.